Woo-wee. Man, I slept so good.
Thank you for watching South Georgia Hotshot.
I probably shouldn't have ran that air conditioner last night because about halfway through the night I was freezing. I've got 2 hoodies on right now, and man, I don't know how cold it is, but I didn't bring any winter clothes with me on this trip because I wasn't expecting winter to creep up on me like this. I know you guys are probably saying, creep up on you. Bugger, it's September. Let me reload my phone. Let me see how cold it is. Oh, I don't know if I got service to load it. It says I'm in Doyle. I don't think that's correct. Oh. So I can't drop until 8 o'clock, but I think I'm going to roll down there since I woke up a little early because I had to pee. I'm going to see if they'll unload me early. That way we can get to our next one earlier. And the earlier you drop, the earlier you can pick up, the more money you can make. So guess I need to get this day started, huh? All right, so we just dropped that load at the military base up here in Garberville, California, I think is where I'm at. What a complete pain in the ass that was. You have to go from one window to another window, and then they have a guard shack, and then they have a guard shack for the guard shack. And then they make you check in even your pocket knives. They wouldn't even let me keep, I've got 2 little pocket knives. I've got a little Benchmade and a little Harley knife. I lost my Benchmade and bought a Harley knife during Sturgis. And they made me check those in, which is wild. And then they have to call up a police officer, and then he's got to check your firearm, and then they carry the firearm over to the police department. Anyway, so we got unloaded. It's now 9:30. I ended up waking up 6:30-ish. I think I left at like 7. I should have came on earlier and started this whole process. It's so hard to tell with some of these bases sometimes. Like, so the first base that we picked them up at, they didn't do a background check or anything. So I was like, oh, okay, it's one of those deals. And you know, when I talked to the broker, I asked them if it was a military load, and they talked about it being an off-site pickup and drop-off. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I get here and it's all this. So crazy. I go out and buy a gun, and then I have to go through 2 military bases. Anyways, so we're headed to Sacramento now, and we're going to take a load over by Eureka. It's about 220 miles. So we'll be looking for something else, probably picking up, I don't know, I guess depends on how fast they load and unload us. But we got a pretty decent rate on this. I'm happy with it at least. And today is Thursday. Today's Wednesday. So I need to start looking maybe tomorrow or Friday for another load going back to Utah. So I don't know. We'll see how it does. Ended up meeting a subscriber, Ezra. Awesome guy. He signed the trailer. It's funny because I was standing in there getting checked in, doing my background and stuff to get on the base. And I was flirting with the girls like I always do. I flirt with everybody. Anyways, yeah, so he walks in and he's like, hey, I just want to meet this this movie star right here. And they were like kind of looking around like, what's he talking about? And I told him, I was like, hey, I'm almost done here. I'll talk to you outside. So I met him outside. Anyways, the girls were like, oh, you're a movie star, huh? I was like, no, I just got a YouTube channel. They thought they got a kick out of that. Anyways, end up going out there and meeting him. He drives a, I think it's a newer Dodge Ram. I believe it was a 3500 with a 40-foot big text. Anyways, he just wanted me to mention, he's like, you know, sleeping and living in these trucks, it's smaller than a jail cell. And he's right. This is smaller than a jail cell, and you don't even have a bathroom to use. But he's like, he wanted me to harp on the fact that if you're thinking about getting into this, don't run out by a truck and a trailer. Find somebody that will lease you on and let you drive their truck and trailer, which I've talked about this. I've talked about how you don't need to run out and buy a truck and a trailer thinking you're going to get rich doing this, because it's not going to happen. But he wanted me to harp on it that you should go out and see if you even like it before you go out and buy a truck and trailer, because it's a big commitment. You know, and like he said, you're living in this tiny confined space, and there's just a lot more to doing this than what people realize, you know? So it's something to think about, guys. I mean, honestly, if you want to see the open road, man, probably the easiest thing to do is just to, even if you don't have your CDL, sign on with a big truck company, drive with them for a year. If you don't like it, man, you get to walk away. You don't have to worry about a bank note or the DOT annual inspection, any of that mess. And there's plenty of companies out there that are looking for drivers. Just jump on Facebook. There's some hotshot pages. Jump on Facebook, and you know, obviously, if you're going to drive a pickup and a trailer, nobody's going to hire you non-CDL. They're just not going to do it. If you're thinking about doing non-CDL, you're screwed. Honestly, you're screwed. Nobody wants to hire somebody with zero experience, somebody who can go and deliver pizzas for a living, driving their truck and their trailer. It's just not financially worth the risk, because there's a lot of things that could happen. You could wreck their truck, you could wreck their trailer, you could beat up their CSA score. You could say, screw this, I'm tired of sitting around in truck stops, and just abandon their truck and trailer somewhere. Now, I'm not saying a CDL person wouldn't do the same, but 9 times out of 10, a CDL person has been on the road. They're used to sitting in truck stops. They know exactly what this lifestyle is like. So they run a smaller risk. Plus, I think insurance is more expensive non-CDL. So, I don't know. It's something to think about. I'm going to be honest with you, man. If you go drive somebody else's truck, you're probably going to make as much money than you would with your own truck. The only good thing about your own truck is, I got to make sure I'm not speeding here because I'm in California. You get to go where you want to go. But that being said, it doesn't always work out that way. Like, I want to go home, but I can't find loads home. You know, I could take cheap crap freight to get home, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to kill the rates. I don't want to kill my profit. You know, I don't want to do any of that. So you just run until you can find a load home, unless you're willing to deadhead home if you have an emergency or something. But once you come out west, if you live out east, you are basically going to be driving east for free. So I'm hoping I don't ever have to drive east again. I'm hoping, honestly, the way plane tickets are cheap, maybe I'll fly home, or like I said, we're looking for land, and I could fly home and pick up my truck and some other things and drive it out here. So I don't know. Anyways, I've been rambling on to, oh, this is where we stayed last night. This little turnoff up here. Because that's that little blue trailer I was talking about. There's a lot more houses over there than I could see from where I was parked. But yeah, we stayed up here on the side of the road. And that's where Ezra seen me. He actually drove by me yesterday, he said. He's like, why didn't you stay in this parking lot? I was like, dude, we tried to look up this address to see if there was parking, and we couldn't find anything. So, all right, let me get off here. Well, we just showed up. Let me get you guys set up here. Wow, that was a giant cluster right there. I think I screwed them. I suggested we put my 4x4s down, and my 4x4s don't quite reach across the deck, so the rolls kept like wanting to roll off. Like you can see this one here is trying to roll off, so that cost us a lot of time right there. So I don't know, we got it loaded up. We got 220 miles to go. I think I've got 7 hours on my clock, and should be there tonight. Supposed to be right down the road from a KOA campground, so maybe well, it's in California, and California always has those nice pull-offs, so we'll do that if we have to.